Hello, welcome back. Skahak empowered herself in death, so she's now a D7 caster, which is nice. One of our gnomes got attacked by a Bellymore horror, unfortunately. Yeah, forging is going to get difficult from this point on. We successfully claimed a throne. Oh yeah, I forgot. Claiming comes before attacks and stuff, doesn't it? There was no way this could have been interrupted. Actually, no. Horror attacks come first. I guess it could have been interrupted by horrors. Well, whatever. We claimed the throne anyway, so we're on 5 thrones now. Tyridia is still getting hit by disease, unfortunately. Lots of spells then. I revived some Banes because we have a few thrones where we've been animating corpse constructs for a while. And skeletons as well in some cases. We don't have many good undead leaders in some places, so got a few Banes out to lead some undead around. There's some cloud trapping. Usual stuff. We cloud trapped into Borewoods, no problems there. Profane Polaroid, our She-Lord who has been carrying the contract that we got pretty early on in the game. We had this back when we were warring Shinu, right? It's been horror marked probably for a while. So as soon as Cataclysm hits, got attacked by some horror mantises. It's not last very long. Actually kills himself with Shockwave. Classic. So there we go, farewell to him. And lots of battles then. First up, Mapito Cliffs. Which is... oh, this is the wrong one. This is just a new stack of skeletons. Well, that's fine. Quite a few little cultist guys with this one. So that's attacking us in Mapito. I think Villier is the one I meant to click. Yes, this is where I parked a bunch of She-Lords. Right? Oh, here they are. This is where I parked a bunch of She-Lords to defend against this stack with the trolls. And the, enslaved mine spam. Did we get enslaved? Early, I mean. Doing our spells. Start chopping people up. Not many She-Lords get to the back, which is a shame. Some more peeling off now. Slightly too much stuff to get through here. We're killing a lot. Some routing. We're also routing. Not quite what I wanted to happen. One of the She-Lords got charmed. Was this a named one? No. One of the newbies. So it could have gone better. That was really we killed 7 Thaumaturgs, a bunch of Skellies. Lost 4 of our She-Lords though, which is not good. Well, I suppose we've stalled this stack a little bit at least. It's much easier to deal with now if we just do this again. Also, white water is a bit annoying. Maragnon going underwater to burn down my temples with a lumber construct, so... Here's this guy. 31 protection, 70 hit points, got a firebrand, so... hits things even with his terrible attack. 2 combat speed. Got a shock res, and you can do lightning bolt underwater, weirdly. So I could send a bunch of She-Lord underwater to lightning bolt him if I wanted to. But yeah, he's marching forwards. Do these heal, by the way? Oh no, okay. He's on 67 hit points. They didn't do much damage to him. There's white water. Some more exchanges then. So Holm still beating up Mid-Clan. You can see Pythium fighting back a little bit against Slaria. Looks like this stack lost its commander. Probably to Strands. Slaria, I think this is putting a throne under siege? Yeah. So Slaria has put one of Pythium's thrones under siege at least. And this one I know was a loss, but I haven't watched it yet. So Slaria, oh, it's just a very small stack, that's why. And so quite a lot of defense. So this is Pythium defending, got a Mound Fiend, bunch of whites. Yeah, that one doesn't go very well for Slaria. So I guess those 2 players are at war, which is good. Lots of vengeful water attacks then. We lost quite a few things. Our Prophet survived. I'll just watch the Prophet battle because, yeah, it's just funny, all the skeletons cows, imps. He summons an air rally. Yeah, he's fine. He's got 2 hit points, but he's never at any risk there. That's good. We did unfortunately lose. We lost 1 She-Lord. We lost a 2er, which is really bad. Another She-Lord, another She-Lord, another Shaman, another Soulless Warrior. Smoke Tripod's fine though. And then events were all really good. Well, not this one, but the rest. We got a treasure has been found. We got a treasure has been found. And we got a treasure has been found, which I've never seen anything like that before. Pretty cool. So lots of gold from events this turn. Worldwide events are horror related, so lots of horror marking stuff happening. Some indies attacking Pythium. And this guy who cloud trapped into Borewoods. I'm using filters. Got heroic precision, so not super useful for him, but well, maybe we can turn him into a Thunderstriker instead. And that is it for messages. So Cataclysm is now pretty much here. I think Doom Horrors show up next month, most of them. So at the moment I'm just tooling up my thrones for horror defense. Long-time viewers of the channel will know that the balance mod that we're running makes Doom Horrors much more potent. So they have full resists, they all have damage reversal, some of them come with retinues, so they're a bit less of a joke. So I always do a little bit of prep to defend against them. So I'll go through the 5 thrones we have in order from weakest to strongest, by my estimation. Weakest currently is 3 pine, not much stuff here. So I put this up to 50 PD with that gold we got from the events this turn. We do have some stacks around here from Solaria that are just going to be annoying us for a bit. So I'm going to try and get away with defending these 2 provinces here, which is where our disease healers are moving. Well, our healers are moving. Healers are trying to get to Comseth, which is going to be a field hospital in this region. So I'm going to try and defend these 2 provinces with 2 She-Lords in Chilad and 3 She-Lords in Dovan. So we've got 5 more She-Lords we can put on defense in 3 pine in a second. But for the time being, I just want to defend against this stack. And this is the big stack with the Thaumaturgs, and now a She-Lord, which is quite funny. But, you know, it's much smaller now. So I'm hoping we can defend against this with just what we have on the throne. But the throne has 50 defense. We are demolishing the fort, so that stuff in the garrison that we can't lead currently can be in the battle. And we can also research in this province and still defend it. So we'll break down this fort. And in terms of what is patrolling currently, we have 3 She-Lords who've been geared out with Moonblades and anti-magic items. This is because all the Doom Horrors have damage reversal in this mod, so magic resistance helps you not get instigated when you hit the Doom Horror. But that's 3 guys with Moonblades, 1 guy just with the Firebrand and the Vine Shield, and that's it for She-Lords on this province. Other than that, we've got some mages doing some Frozen Heart spam, which is, you know, a bit of armor negating damage. We've got some Phantasmal Warriors, Falling Fires. That's about it, really. There's not a huge amount else we can do here. So just relying on having lots of blockers, and then hoping our geared out She-Lords can hit Doom Horrors to death. And that's about it. Next weakest throne is between Ossuary and Bog of Beasts, I'm not sure. Possibly Ossuary. Ossuary at least has, you know, quite a few more mages, which is good. I am not tearing down the fortress here. Wait, yes I am. I am tearing down the fortress here. Oh, that's right, because we've got, we have a Mountain in this province who can reanimate every turn, but I'd quite like him to be in defenses, but I also want him to continue reanimating. So that's why I'm tearing down this fort. Yeah, so we'll be able to keep doing that, but they'll still take part in defenses. Similar kind of setup for the She-Lords. We have 3 guys who have Moonblades, so these guys are geared out as best they can. And then we've got a couple of other She-Lords that are just going to do some Thunderstrike stuff. A lot of these guys are dying though, because they have disease. So they're not going to last very long, but there's a 2 are putting up Storm, and then these guys are just doing Thunderstrikes. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm not sure what else mages do against Doom Horrors, to be honest. And yeah, the Mound Fiend can do Disintegrate as well, which is really good against Doom Horrors, if it can get through magic resistance. So he's got one pen item at least. Other than that, we have, lots of cows. There's lots of random junk here as well. A couple of sacreds, lots of corpse constructs, and tons of skeletons and stuff. So quite a few more blockers, a few more mages. But besides that, it's not much bigger than the first throne we saw. Next up, Bugger Beasts. We can probably free up some of the stuff in Tyradia in a second. A lot of stuff is coming down to sit in Comseth and get healed for a bit. But for the time being, again, we have 3 She-Lords with Moonblades, and that's about it. There's one guy putting up Storm, and then there's a She-Lord coming over. Gonna do Thunderstrike. Got lots of Corpse Constructs and Cows as blockers. There is 37 points of PD, and there's my god who's doing big Frozen Hearts. I'm not tearing down this fort, because I'm just gonna keep recruiting She-Lords out of this one, so that's fine. These guys can keep making Corpse Constructs, and here's one of those Banes as well, who's leading a bunch of Corpse Constructs. So that's how that one looks. Next up, we've got Azimar, which I think might have been under threat from Pythium, because I was getting the feeling he was building up another army to come and march at us. But maybe that won't happen now that Solaria is harassing him, which is pretty good. If this does move towards us, though, Skahak's probably going to try and Cloud Trap on it and just Wind of Death it to bits. But Azimar has a lot more She-Lords. So we have 3 guys who have Moonblades again, but then there's also a lot more people doing Thunderstrike. There's some guys moving over who are also doing Thunderstrike. So that's all fine. And then there's also just a lot more random mages, so most of these guys are just casting whatever. Water mages do Frozen Heart. The rest are just on like cast. Just do whatever, I don't really know. None of these guys are particularly good magic. Exception are the Adepts of the Silver Order. We have quite a few of these guys in this province. So they're all scripted to do opposition. Including a big guy somewhere. Yeah, this one. He's S3. Actually, do you have a booster I can give you? No. I can give you this, though. That'll do. So, yeah. Lots of opposition guys. There is a commander somewhere carrying the banner. So that'll give +1 astral to the other guys who can't actually cast opposition. So this one's pretty well defended because of that. It's also got 3 She-Lords with the Moonblades, and then also a bunch of opposition spammers. That's pretty good. Not tearing down this fort. So I'm recruiting Boreal Priests to help lead the skeletons and stuff. So we've got a guy here who's reanimating, but he won't be taking part in battles, unfortunately. And then the most defended throne is Tyradia. I'm also demolishing the fort here because I want all the She-Lords in this province to be able to preach, because we're still on 6 points of enemy dominion, which is not great. So I'll tear this down, keep preaching, and then these guys can still defend. But yeah, this has tons of mages and stuff at the moment. A lot of these guys are quite badly injured. Many of them are diseased. So these guys who are all sneaking off to Omseth, where the healers are going to be. The rest of the guys remaining behind. There's tons of units. We have tons of cows, we have a bunch of sacreds and stuff. We don't have Divine Blessing, awkwardly. But we do have some guys casting Blessing, so it's not too bad. We have the big Astral Aetherlord doing anti-magic. Solar Brilliance I have to leave in the script, I think, just in case we get attacked by Solaria over here, which is likely. So that's staying in the script. It does also make it a bit more awkward that we have to tear down this fort. But the thing is, if we're getting sieged by an enemy and a Doom Horror lands on it, even if the Doom Horror is outside the fort, it's still doing damage to the throne, so I suppose it's... Well, I don't know, it's tough to say whether it's better or worse to just sit in the fort. Depends if Solaria actually attacks us or not. He might not see the point, I suppose. But yeah, we've also got Storm, Howl, Anti-Magic. Army of Lead might go up. It's tough to say because we only have 2 Communion Slaves left. But Baron here is now E2. She has the shield that gets her to E3. And then Earth Power gets her to E4. So she only needs 2 Communion Slaves to cast Army of Lead is the thing. But the Communion Slaves are all like dying and stuff. This guy, soulless, he's like horribly injured. This person still has the Lycanthrope amulet, so they can't actually be a Communion Slave. We've got this Shaman who is also dying. There's a Communion Slave who's pretty healthy, but that's the only one, I think. So the Communion might not last too long. But whatever. besides that, yeah, we've got, as usual, we've got 3 She-Lords with Moonblades. A couple of She-Lords have Firebrands and stuff. So those are the 5 thrones, and that's pretty much what I'm doing this turn. I am moving this guy to put a temple in Timeless Waste. I'm defending these 2 provinces, like I said, just to hopefully stop this, or at least defend our healers as they move up. And I'm also sending 1 random guy to Devil's Pond to try and defend it at a discount. So, obvious deepfake has a never healing wound and is horror marked. Probably not long for this world. I gave him a bunch of just random fire resistance items to protect him from the Firebrand AoE, basically. And then a random Halberd of Might we had lying in the treasury. So, actually, that probably won't do much with it because the guy has, like, what, 31 protection, was it? I need something that's armor negating or armor piercing, I think, yeah. He doesn't have slash resistance, though, so that's something, I guess. We have a better item in the treasury, actually. Are any of these, like, armor negating? There's a Dusk Dagger. Would that be better? I'm actually not sure. I mean, maybe, right? Let's see. If I give you a Dusk Dagger, anything else I could give you? Maybe we could dual wield. An Axe of Hate? Does this work on constructs? It doesn't say anything. I mean, we can try it, or not, right? Send him underwater, he's got... I mean, his attack skills are still really good. He's got a Dusk Dagger and an Axe of Hate. And he'll be quickened, so that's, 4 attacks per round, plus the hooves. I mean, maybe that'll be better, I don't know. We'll try and defend Devil's Pond at a discount anyway. It would be nice to preserve this temple. That's all I'm really interested in. Last thing to note, then, is just, we do have Skaha here, who is casting Awakened Tartarian. So, if all goes well, she won't get attacked by horrors. If she does get attacked by horrors, she has a Ring of Returning. She's also got a bottle, so maybe that'll help her as well. But, you know what? You can have a bunch of gems, actually, just in case any of these are useful to you. Yeah, she's got a bottle to help protect her. She's very powerful, so maybe she'll just cast Disintegrate on whatever attacks her and she'll be fine. If she gets hit, maybe she'll just be returning. Unless there is Astral Fetters or whatever it's called, which stops her from teleporting. In which case she's also twice spawned. So, we might lose all of her items if she does die. But, we might keep her alive through the ritual phase, who knows. Either way, she's going to try and open the Tartarian Gate and see if we can pull something useful out of it. I don't think I've ever actually summoned a Tartarian in a game of Dominions before, so I guess we'll just see what we get. They'll make, fine additions to our throne defense force if we get anything useful, I suppose. Besides that, not much else to say. I've been looking around the map trying to see anything interesting. I can see, Almish thrones. I can see this Mictlan throne is being sieged by an angel now. There's nothing in this one. Well, the head's still there, but nothing else interesting. But I think I can see enough stuff that we'll probably know if horrors start ruining people's day, because I've got this throne scouted, this one scouted, this one scouted. I can see a bit of the stuff nearest to us. I should probably try and get this one scouted as well. I do have a scout here, he could start moving over. Try and get there. But that is it for this turn, that's turn 76. So, Cataclysm's here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.